Joining me on the mighty twin chairs is a woman who is just phenomenal to me. She is the founder and CEO of Attracting Your Life, LLC, which is a life coach consulting practice. Now, she worked for 20 years as an executive for various Fortune 500 companies. She also is a mother, she's a wife. She also has an MBA with an emphasis in finance, and she is also the recipient of the United States Lifetime Volunteer Achievement Award. She is awesome. Transformers, please join me in welcoming Marijosephe Pierre.
Hi, thank you so much. I really appreciate you having me here.
Thank you for coming. Have a seat.
Thank you. Oh wow, thank you. Oh wow.
Yes, yes, yes. She's awesome. The one thing that I love about Marijosephe is that her voice, her spirit is so calming.
Oh,
I don't know if you all have ever met Maya Angelou or if you've been in her presence, but Maya Angelou has that voice that just, if you think you're about to jump, she'll keep you from jumping. And that's how I feel about Marijosephe. I don't care if we're talking about things that are personal or professional. When I'm in her presence, I just want to cry my eyeballs out. It's something about, I feel like I need to just purge or cleanse my soul when I'm with her. It's,
wow.
I know, people, it's awesome. You have to experience that. It's nothing like I've ever felt before.
Oh, thank
so
you
I'm
very much.
so excited that you're here.
Thank you.
And you have two boys.
I do. I have Thomas and Gideon. Gideon's the oldest and Thomas is the youngest. I had him 2.5 years ago, so they're running me ragged.
Oh my gosh, I can only imagine what's going on in her 24, right? Absolutely, absolutely. Now, mental health for me is very important because I think it has a lot to do with, if not everything, to do with why women don't get things done or don't get to do the things that they want to do in life. They don't achieve their goals because of their mental health.
Yes.
Now, Transformers, I'm not trying to say that you crazy, but some of y'all might be crazy, but that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that you got to get your mind right. You got to get your mind straight and stop messing around in things that just have no value or benefit to anything that goes on in your life.
Exactly.
I mean, and we're good as women for doing that. You know, just keeping up mess and drama.
Correct.
My mom used to say when I was a teenager, don't major in minor things. And I didn't know what that meant. I had no clue what that meant. But she said don't major in minor things. And it wasn't until later on I was thinking, okay, maybe I'll understand it. Then my grandmother, of course, y'all got Big Mama who gonna chime in and co-sign.
Of course.
My grandmother used to always say, live on, baby, just live on. You're gonna experience it. And sure enough, I had an epiphany, and all through college and all through my life, I have learned to not major in minor things.
Yeah, that's true. We always have a tendency to take one thought and may end up playing tennis with that. Just by ourselves.
Yeah. Absolutely. It's so funny that you say tennis, because tennis, when you think of tennis, you're thinking boom, boom, boom.
Yeah.
But there's two servers. But when you play tennis with yourself, you're just bouncing this stuff off yourself. Nobody's really serving it back to you but you.
Exactly. It's all about perception and your thought process.
Absolutely.
So, yeah,
absolutely. That's a good point. Now, for viewers who aren't sure what a life coach is, they may have heard it. It's one of those, you know, those
buzzwords.
Terms. Yeah, those buzzwords that you hear in the industry. What's a life coach?
Well, a life coach is a person who is not a counselor and not a therapist. But what we do is we motivate people. So for me, I will help a person find out what they want to achieve in life. And I help design a plan to get them to that goal. It's all about motivation.
Okay. And then you deal a lot in affirmations. In what you're doing, you deal a lot in that. So what's an affirmation?
That's a good question. Well, an affirmation is a statement of truth. Whether it's reality that you can see it right now, or is it something that you're trying to manifest to bring into reality? But whatever affirmation you're trying to accomplish, it's important that you understand that those key words are changing your conscious and your subconscious mind. Because everything starts with your thoughts.
Absolutely. Absolutely. That's a good point. Now, that all sounds like a prayer to me. It sounds like, you know, when I get on my knees or I go in the closet, it sounds like a prayer. So how is it different?
Yeah, I can understand that. Well, a prayer is actually a communication between you and God. So it's, you know, a prayer will be a communication in a form of a repetition type of praise and worship, or some type of request that you're asking God to do something in your life, or you're asking for something, or you're thankful for something. An affirmation is a repetitive statement of truth. the truth that your higher being, God, or whatever you want to call him, already knows to be true about you. But you need to say it over and over so you can understand, and your subconscious mind can line up with the higher power of what is true. Get that?
Okay,
Yeah.
that's good.
Mm-hmm.
That's very good.
Right.
That gave me a
it's
good
important.
sense of that.
It's important to have that.
Okay, now when you have your clients and you say, hey, we're going to do some affirmations, and they're like, what is that? So how do you get them to understand what an affirmation is and how they're going to utilize what you're teaching them to get through your sessions or their journey of what you're trying to heal?
Well, it's a good thought. So I have an actual example. So I think this will help people understand why affirmations are so important. So as women, we're constantly giving to people, right? So let's just say this is us. This is our reality. This is our family, friends, work, everything that we have to do and that we're giving to. And this is our source power. This is God. This is our affirmation. This is our workout. Whatever makes us feel good to fill us up. So as women, we go to our prayer room, we say our affirmations, and we have a tendency to stop and we start giving to other people. And we start filling to other people. We're filling our family, our husbands, our kids, our co-workers, and then we have nothing left for ourselves. And so what we have to do and need to understand is that we need to start giving out of the overflow. So as you constantly do your affirmations, as you're giving to yourself and understanding that you need this source connection, you have to give, you can give from the overflow and the abundance. You get it? Yeah. This, I think, is a demonstration of understanding what you're doing and why it's important.
That's a huge visual, and I'm a visual person. That was awesome.
Good.
That was definitely awesome. And so as you go through, and we're doing, and you do these affirmations, you have clients where, you're doing these and they're chanting these or they're saying these to themselves. And you also have clients who, that have very dramatic stories. And there was one that you mentioned before that she was in an abusive relationship, and then she kept wanting to go back, and it's like, well, how did you fix that? How did you turn that around?
The affirmations are not going to work overnight, but it's important that you're starting the process of changing your subconscious. As you change your subconscious, you're going to feel better about yourself. You're going to fall. It happens. But as you know, if you can get back up, get onto your affirmations, start filling yourself up with your source power, your connection, then you know that you're on the right track. Don't give up. It's a process. It's a journey.
Yes. Absolutely.
And we need to stop beating ourselves up.
Yeah.
That's the whole thing. Stop beating ourselves up. Right.
We're definitely good at that. So ladies, again, I can't say this enough. Strengthening your mental health is so important. It is definitely important. And I feel like if you can do that, if you can strengthen your life, if you can figure out where you're going to go in your journey, that's how you're going to get your groove back. That's how you're going to get your groove back. So Transformers, don't go away. I thank you, Marijosephe, for being here. Don't go away. We'll be right back.